Hey, what's up, YouTube? Israel back in with a quick fragrance review. Sorry, it's been a while. It just some stuff has come up. Just kind of taking a break a few weeks from doing videos, but now I'm back to do another one. I've gotten a few new fragrances since then. I want to say one of the last videos I did, besides the sell video, was a video on Back to Black by the House of Killian. That was literally about a month and a few days ago, and since then I've actually got my hands on probably 5 by Killian bottles. I just, after I sort of got my nose on Back to Black, and then I started sort of picked up a bottle of that, and ended up just fell in love with the house. Real quick, they probably are my favorite house when it comes to presentation, quality, just everything, marketing. I can go over. I'll probably do a whole video over the Killian house by itself, and probably take up a good 10 minutes doing that. But without saying too much, I just really fell in love with the house and what they were about. I think they do things right, so I really wanted to explore that house. So I've been exploring more and more fragrances from the house of by Killian. And so after I got my nose on Back to Black, I picked up a bottle of that. I picked up a bottle of Love, Don't Be Shy. That one was a little too feminine for me. But when I was in Chicago, a good friend of mine picked up a bottle of Single Malt. And the week before I left for Chicago, he let me take a sniff of it. Fell in love with it. It was love at first sniff. And so I was trying to find, they're so expensive, I'll get to that in a second as well, but I fell in love with Single Malt by Killian. That's going to be the fragrance we're going to talk about today. And just fell in love with it. It was a really very unique scent. There's still a lot of stuff I haven't smelled out there, so maybe there's one that smells a lot like it. I don't know, but to me it was very unique and needed to get my hands on some. So here is the bottle, Single Malt. It was released in 2015. It is part of the boutique exclusives, which includes Apple Brandy, Vodka on the Rocks, Lemon and Zest, Prelude, and Royal Leather. Let's see, the nose of this particular fragrance is Sydney. I believe it's Sydney Les Censures, and it is considered a Oriental fragrance. Yeah, so it's unisex, released in 2015. I personally think it's more masculine. I read on Fragrantica that it's unisex, but to me it leans more masculine, but to each their own, whichever. This is a fragrance that pays homage to London's most emblematic liquor, which is whiskey. And it is supposed to be like a London exclusive. It says London here. Here is, I'm sure you guys have seen a million reviews on Killian fragrances, so I don't want to bore you to death with the presentation, but you guys, to me, again, this is the best in the game. All black on the inside of the bottle. I guess that's to protect the juice inside from being exposed to sunlight. Got these great the great spritzers here. Sprays a lot of juice. Great caps. I mean, just everything. Got this little thing on the side here. Someone called it something else. I can't remember what they called it, but it's like a crest or some sort of crest on the side there. Real quick, here's the box. We've all seen the box before. It comes with a key. This one does not have the key. So the notes of Single Malt are, the top notes we have plum, the mid we have wheat, and the base we have cedar, vanilla, and Tolu balsam. Yeah, so like I said before, I only got my nose on a few of the by Killian fragrances, and when I smelled this one, it just was love at first sniff. Actually, like when I sprayed one spray on my arm and got a whiff of it, I initially felt like it was like it reminded me of like a cigar shop, like it was a sweet, sort of a sweet kind of smoky kind of. There's no tobacco in this, but it almost had like a tobacco cigar shop type of scent, and I love scents like that. Back to Black reminded me of that as well, but that's just what I got from it. I just kept sniffing my arm, so we'll see. We'll go over. So I already went over the notes, boutique exclusives. So we had to spray some on my arm real quick, in my hand. Yeah. So I mean, right when you spray this, it smells exactly like whiskey. Like right when you spray it on your arm. It smells like if you were taking a shot of whiskey. If maybe you spilled some on your lip or on your shirt or something, your hand. It smells. This they do a really good job of making it smell exactly like whiskey. That's exactly what they're going for. Um, it smells exactly like whiskey. It's boozy. It's fruity. It's got the cedar chips in there. The cedar makes it smell like the wood from the oak barrels that it comes in or whatever, the casks that it's stored in. I mean, when they say that perfume is art, that's their motto, I believe. They really do accomplish that with this fragrance here. It smells exactly like an interpretation of whiskey. Um, in a barrel and whatnot. So right off the top, you get like a really strong blast of whiskey and boozy notes, cedar, and some smoky fruits, some dried fruits, which is the plum. Really, really amazing fragrance. I've like I said before, I fell in love with it. Um, the mid, it's pretty much the cedar starts to come out a lot more. Maybe about I don't know, maybe 20 minutes, not even that long, maybe 10 minutes later, 10, 15 minutes later, the cedar really starts to take over. And you get, and the opening notes, the plum and the wheat and stuff kind of go in the background, and the cedar sort of takes over and kind of takes over the show. And you're sort of left with that for a while for the majority, but you still get a nice blend of both. The sillage on this is amazing. Like it's just like the opening, but it's just you get it all together at once in one like waft. And that's what I noticed. Is how I got this in Chicago, and I wore this quite a bit. And I'll talk about that more in a second. But yeah, and towards the end of the fragrance, you get like a nice vanilla. It settles down to a nice vanilla fragrance. By then, it's pretty close to the skin, so you don't get a lot of projection when it comes to the vanilla part. But it leaves you with a nice little treat at the end, So it does develop quite a bit. This has been compared to apple brandy, which is another from the exclusive line and the boutique exclusive line. And I actually have a sample on the way, so I haven't tried it yet. But everyone that has reviewed and compared the two has said that this one's the better of the two because it actually has development in the notes and stuff. It develops into something else, and that apple brandy pretty much stays the same. I didn't want to wait for my sample to come in the mail. I think it should be like another week. I really just wanted to do a video on this one today, so I guess you can just take my word for it. But maybe I'll edit it if it's not true. I'm assuming it is, though. So yeah, I would say that this one is definitely for over 25, maybe even over 30, mature vibe for two reasons. One, because it's very expensive. I mean, this thing is $295, I believe. Where did I put that? Somewhere. Yeah, $295 for the bottle and the coffin from the Killian boutique. And since it's exclusive right now, you can't really find it anywhere else. I want to say I saw an email that these are going to be available at Saks soon, but I'm assuming they're going to sell them for the same price. What I did, I ended up getting this bottle sort of finagled. Again, I'm going to make a whole new video on this, on how to be able to afford Killian fragrances. There's ways. That's another reason why I love the house. They give you options. They give you refill kits. Like they send you, you can buy, if you don't care about the bottle, you can just, and you have a little decanter at home, that you can just buy a bottle of the juice, which actually kind of looks, if you give me a second here, kind of looks like this. Here's an empty bottle of Back to Black that I have used up. I got a sell the other day, but so you get this, and they send you a little pipette, and you can fill up a decan of your own at home or whatever, and just spray that. I happen to be a bottle guy. These bottles are refillable, which is another reason why I love the Killian house, because they consider their fragrances an investment, which is true. I mean, if you buy the bottle and you pay a lot of money, they don't want you to have to go back and buy another bottle for the same amount of money. You can just get a refill kit, unscrew the cap, refill it, and you're good to go. What I did was, sort of the stars aligned in the fragrance community for me when I was out of town. I wasn't even at home, and I was worried about actually getting all these fragrances back on the plane with me. But luckily, I got lucky and got them through the security check. But anyway, so what I did was I put a call out in some of the fragrance groups if anyone had a partial bottle of this, of single malt, available. And I got lucky, and a good friend, I'll give him a shout out, Matt Flacker. I don't know if he even watches my videos, but Matt hooked me up with a great price on the Killian box and the bottle. It was a really great price. I mean, considering what the perfume goes for, it was a great price. Very affordable. I didn't have a complaint at all. It worked out that a friend of mine wanted to buy this box. This is actually a second box that I have, but he bought the original from me. You know, got $50 for that, so that knocked off some of the price for me, which made the bottle $25. After I got the money for the case, all I really wanted was a bottle. I mean, I like the boxes. I actually got this from Straight to Heaven, but I like the boxes, but you know, they're not a deal breaker. I really just wanted the bottle. Anyway, so I sold that. Found a friend on another friend in the group that wanted to try it, so he bought a decant from me, and you know, I had a travel atomizer that it came with. Killian has these really cool travel atomizers, the magnetic or whatnot. Long story short, sold them a little bit of juice, and they bought the travel atomizer from me, and they split the cost of the refill kit with me, and I was able to fill this bottle for way less than retail, and I was very happy that happened. The person I did a split with was very happy. Everyone made out on this deal. Everyone got what they wanted. I got my bottle. My buddy got his box. The other friend got the decant full of the juice, and the person I bought, Matt, got his money for the bottle. So everybody won. But yeah, so I was really excited to get this. I was able to fill it most of the way up, and yeah, it's a really great fragrance. Sits high on my list. Now, with all Killian fragrances, most of them last long, 12, 15 hours. Back to Black. I have Sweet Redemption. That one lasts quite a bit. This one doesn't last quite as long as those, but I'm willing to forego that, I guess, because the fragrance is a very I like it. I like it a lot, and I'm willing to kind of give away a few hours of projection and longevity, just to have this in my collection, because I really enjoy this one. Not everybody wears this. Not everyone has it. Maybe the price keeps people from buying it. Maybe the fact that it doesn't last forever. I get on my skin, I got about 6 hours longevity, 6 to 7, maybe even 8, depending on how you do your longevity. If your longevity is opening, mid, and then skin scent, if you can still smell it a little faint bit on your skin, and you consider that how long a fragrance lasts, then this lasts easily 12 hours. But to me, I like to say the opening, the mid, and it still projects a little bit. You can still smell it on yourself without it being a skin scent. I say that's how I do longevity. So this is a good 6 hours, 6 to 7 hours. But if you want to go the other way, good 12 hours. I mean, if you want to smell your wrist, you spray your wrist with this, you're going to smell it 12 hours later. It's going to smell like vanilla. But this all depends on how you look at your fragrances and what you define longevity as. You know, I like to smell my fragrances coming off of me, so I tend to spray maybe a few extra sprays on my neck. That way, it comes off my neck. But yeah, so this one to me doesn't fail. Got compliments on it. My family liked it. While I was in town, I got my bottle. My nieces liked it. I haven't even worn it that much in town because it's been a bit warm. Plus, I have a few others that I've been wearing. But I definitely want to save this one for special occasions. This is sort of a night out fragrance. Not for clubbing, I wouldn't think. This is more like somewhere a little bit more subdued, not so in your face, clubbing type of nightlife kind of, you know. This is more like kind of laid back, chill. I personally like this one just when I'm hanging out at the house, or if I'm going to just go run errands, I'll put a few sprays on. But yeah, I mean, single malt, man, this is a great fragrance. I really enjoy it. Hope I didn't leave anything out. You know, I try to cover all angles. I'm not very good at kind of doing, I kind of, you know, you guys know I just kind of fly off the cuff here, and so I shoot from the hip with these videos. But hopefully I told you guys everything you need to know about this one. If you guys can find an empty bottle or an almost empty bottle for a cheap price, go buy a refill kit. If not, just pick up the refill kit. Those are $195. It comes with the bottle like this. and it comes with an extra atomizer, a little 7-ounce atomizer or 7 mil atomizer. Fill that up, keep it with you. But Killian has lots of different options. Just go on their website, sell a couple of your old frags that you're not using anymore, and just get some extra funds and pick up some of this stuff's quality juice. I don't mind. This is my 4th from the house. I think I don't know if I told you guys. Back to Black. I have Sweet Redemption, which I'll do a video on that one, and I have Straight to Heaven. So, and I'm planning on getting a few more samples. That way, maybe I can get a couple other bottles. But sorry, this video's taking a long time. But I just have a lot to say about single malt. Yeah, and I would say, just judging off of the other reviews, again, I haven't tried apple brandy, but I trust other folks when it comes to this one because everyone has the same consensus that that single malt is better than apple brandy. But I've been hearing that apple brandy, the opening is really good. So I'll be sniffing it pretty soon, and we'll see how it goes. I'll definitely update my video if I think that they both warrant a purchase. So anyway, that's single malt from the house by Killian. Thanks you guys for watching. Sorry I've been on such a long break. I've just been kind of doing some other stuff around with life and whatnot. But I'll be getting some other videos out pretty soon. And thanks for commenting and subscribing and all that stuff. I'll try to get back to everybody. And again, I hope I didn't leave anything out. But until the next video, the single malt and dollars and cents. Y'all take care. And all right, be good.